everyone, and welcome to our Thursday night of fun together for our Touch Base Thursday. I'm going to give this minutes for everyone to find me live here before we get started. And boy, have I overdone it for you guys tonight. So I'm not going to talk as long as I do because I've got so many things to share with you. So I started becoming a crazy design lady last night and went a little overboard on Valentine's Day projects for you. But anyway, hi Carol and Patty and another Carol. Welcome everyone as you are logging in. Those are perfect, Natalie. Thank you. Natalie's helping me get everything set up down here. So anyway, welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for January 26th on a snowy day here. Well, yesterday was our snowy day, but we had no school today. So Claire was enjoying her her snow day. Although Natalie's sitting here going, because she still had to go to class because, you know, we're in college now. And so they never close. Anyway, but I was able to actually work from home today instead of going in. I normally go into the office. So you're getting the casual version of me today, as I didn't have to really doll myself all up to go into work. I love days like that. Don't you guys like days where you don't have to do too much? I thought about doing something with my hair and thought, you guys have all seen me with my hair up before, so we're just going to go with it. So anyway, welcome again to our weekly time together. I want to first of all thank all of you for joining me and being here with me week after week. I love creating for you and sharing ideas and things like that. And one of the things that I really enjoy doing is making 3D projects for Valentine's Day. I like everything about so I'm not a big like Valentine's Day person. Like we don't go out and celebrate it and all that kind of stuff. I do make my husband a card and I give my kids cards and things, but I love creating for it, probably even more than I do Christmas things. I love all of the reds and the pinks and the hearts and all of that stuff that goes along with it. So you're going to see that tonight and when you see all of the projects that I've created for you. So anyway, a few things I have in the way of announcements. So Claire just finished her cello lesson. She has her solo ensemble in a couple weeks, so we're excited to hear that come together. She has a lesson every Thursday night, and it ends right before I go live with all of you. So it's kind of a quick say goodbye to the professor, talk with him for a little bit, and out the door he goes, and downstairs I come. But she's doing really good on that. And then this weekend, Claire has a dance competition downstate from where we are for her dance team that she dances with for school, for their varsity dance team. So I'm not going to be going to it. She chose to go with a couple of, one of the moms is taking a bunch of the dancers with her, and she wanted to go and just have fun and hang out with them. But I got to see the dance. They performed it at a game on Tuesday. So I was able to see the dance, and it's really a cute dance. So can't wait to hear how they do on that. And then this Saturday is also Snowball for her. So it's going to be like a quick trip down to, it's called a town called Fraser, and then back up and then get ready for Snowball and go to her Snowball dance. Whew. So I will definitely post pictures of her Snowball. She has the most beautiful little dress, and she is going with a friend of hers. His name is Jason, and Claire is 4'7", and he is over 6 feet tall. So they literally look like this, but it's so cute. So I'll definitely be posting some pictures of the two of them. I'm really excited for her to be able to, they weren't sure they'd be back in time to go, but they are going to be, so happy for that. All right, so that's kind of what I have in the way of announcements. Just been spending some time designing new classes for you in February. So February, some of the things you can see popping in. There's going to be an Easter Bunny class. I designed Easter cards this last week. I have a Dainty Delight card class coming out, and then also On the Farm. If you like the farm stuff, you will love the cards that I have coming out for you with that. And then my January classes close here in about 3 or 4 days. My owl class, if you've already purchased it, you're good to go, but it has sold out. I don't have any kits of my adorable owl cards left. All the kits did ship out today if you had purchased that class. And your tutorial will be in the mail by the end of the weekend. I didn't get to it today, but it will happen. They're all typed. So far, so good. I'm like keeping up with my tutorials. Typed, ready to go. You will be getting that. So I want to make sure you guys know if you purchase my class, you will get a typed up tutorial, PDF tutorial with step-by-step instructions and cutting instructions. So if you wanted to make the cards over again and duplicate them, you could. Okay. And so the two classes that are still open in January is my Country Floral, which are those pretty Valentine cards, and Fragrant Flowers, which are those ones with that pretty paper that I cut out all of the different papers from. I know she's a very busy girl, you guys, but I'm telling you, she loves it that way, I think. And my Basement Bunch, I'm calling it the BB Monthly Club. I'm so excited because I've got my little gift done for everyone. So you still have time to sign up, and I want to thank those of you that signed up really early for being patient, because your first kit's not going to ship until February. I gave myself a good 6 weeks to kind of market this and get it out there for all of you. But my first club is the Friendly Gnome stamp set. Those of you that have already signed up, you'll be getting an email from me in the next week or so asking if you want the stamp set added on, so that I know how many of those stamp sets I need to order. But in that kit, each month you're going to get 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. You're going to get envelopes, $20 worth of product, a cute little handmade gift that I made just for you guys. And I'm working on them actually later tonight after my Facebook Live. I have them all cut and I'm putting them all together right now. And then I will give you a sneak peek that my club projects, or my club bundle that I'm going to be using for the next month, is the Rain or Shine bundle. And I designed those cards this week, and they are adorable as well. Okay, now my card classes that are part of my club are exclusive for my club, so you have to take part in the club. Now here's the neat thing when I call it a club: it's a completely customizable club, meaning you can join and just it'll automatically bill your PayPal, or if you don't have PayPal, you can make out other arrangements with me to pay monthly via Venmo or a credit card, something like that. But you can skip months if you want. But once you complete 6 consecutive months with me, you get a $25 goodie bag in the mail of products from me as a personal little gift, and also some handmade cards with that goodie bag. The cost is $38.50, and that includes shipping. So I mean, it's a pretty good deal, you guys. It's a really good deal. $20 of product includes the shipping, all the stuff you need to make the cards. And if you already have the stamp set, great. If you don't, you can add it on to the class, or you can purchase it separately later, however you want to do it. Some people don't even get the stamp set and use the stamp set that they have in their own stash. So whichever you prefer, but that is kind of the structure of my new club. And I'm so excited. I have a good about a dozen of you doing it so far, and I cannot wait to get that going. I'm really, really excited. It will also include a PDF tutorial emailed to you once the kits ship as well. Yes, Mary, Carl Jr. has been busy. He has been received and he is working well. And I still haven't parted with the old one. Like, I just don't know if I can. Oh, Nancy and my rooster chicken. So I got to share with you guys a funny story when Nancy put out there the little rooster thing. So every week on a Tuesday or Wednesday, depends on my work schedule, I do a Facebook Live over in my team group. So again, plug in for joining my team. You guys get to see me twice in a week with that awesome promotion for the little blue mini machine that's going on through the end of February. But I do a Facebook Live over in my team page, just updates and things like that. And I did it on Wednesday. I was working from home yesterday, and we have a rooster. We have chickens, and we have one rooster, which wasn't supposed to even be here. When we ordered 10 baby chicks it was back in June. One of them was a surprise rooster. Well, he's not mean or anything, so we've kept him. But he hears me talking on my meetings, and he comes to the back door, like right where I'm sitting inside, where my work at home station is, and he'll start to do his crowing, and he'll keep doing it, and you can hear it plain as day. But with me being here in the basement, you won't be able to hear that. So, with it being dark out, he starts to roost and settle down for the night anyway. But oh my gosh, trying to stay focused and talk was quite interesting yesterday. Anyway, welcome to Gail as well. I just see Gail popped on here. Okay, so I think I'm going over everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I do have some winners to announce for our sharing. So let me just make sure I announced everything that I wanted to. Talked about my club. If you have any questions about my club, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. I do have it outlined on my website, which is a work in progress, and I know that there's some things that aren't working out there. I think I mentioned I'm taking a class right now to learn how to do things a little bit better and how to better use I transferred everything to a new platform about a year ago, and I've been struggling with it a little bit and figuring things out. So I'm taking a class that's teaching me how to do that. So you should hopefully see some improvements. But I do have the new club out there with a PayPal subscribe button. And to join, all you do is hit the PayPal subscribe button, fill it all out, you say yes to charging you, and you're part of the club. If in doubt, ask me and I can look it up and let you know, but I get an email immediately from PayPal letting me know I've had a new person subscribe to my monthly club. Okay. All right. So how about some winners for this week? You guys ready? All right. So last week I announced I had some of the 3 twine combo pack. This is in our new mini. And then I had a bolt of this is the polished pink woven ribbon. And the winner of the 3 twine combo pack is Pat Stewart. So congratulations to Pat. Pat, that'll get in the mail to you. And then the winner of the polished pink ribbon is Nancy Snowblend. And Nancy, you are watching. So congratulations, my dear. You are the winner of the ribbon. Okay. Natalie, when you heard me talking at the beginning, Natalie went to my bin and grabbed a couple prizes and told her to grab anything. So this is what she grabbed for you guys, and I'm not surprised. She grabbed for you guys for next week the loose daisy embellishments. If you have not seen these in person yet in our catalog, or seen them, I should say in person or in our catalog, they are so adorable. This is actually one of the products that you guys will be getting during month 2 of my club. You will be getting a package of these for the cards. And I actually use these on my Easter cards as well. And they're so quick and simple and easy to adhere down. So she picked those, and I'm not surprised. She loves sunflowers, daisies, all that kind of stuff. And then she also picked a bolt of the petal pink ribbon. Now this ribbon is really, really nice to use as well. So those are our 2 prizes up for grabs next week. And so I will pick 2 winners. All you have to do is share my video. If you're new to watching me on Facebook Live, share my video. Let your other stamping friends know about me. The more the merrier. I love to keep people inspired and create and share together. That's all you got to do. Share my video and let people know. And you'll be in the drawing to receive those awesome goodies. Okay, the other event that I have going on, February 15th, I call it my online fun party, but it's like my online bingo night. I'd love to have a few more new faces join. I love all of you that do it week after, or month after month after month. There's Courtney, Rachel, Joyce, Lori. I'm just mentioning names off the top of my head. But I got a good handful of them that do it every month, and we have so much fun. But I cap it at about 15 people, and so I do have room for a few more people to take advantage of that event, and it is a ton of fun. Gail has done it before. I just saw Gail pop in. Hi, Mary. We're glad that you're here for the first time. Welcome. I do my Facebook Lives here. I'm Kim Vogel, demonstrator from the Mount Pleasant, Michigan area, and I do my Facebook Lives every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So glad to have you here. Okay, so with that, I'm going to quit talking because I have a ton, and I'm talking a ton of Valentine's Day 3D projects to share with you. I do have measurements. I will tell you that you're probably not going to be able to keep up with writing them all down. I will provide you guys with any of the measurements that you need for them. There's one project that was a little bit bigger to take that I took on, but I will share the dimensions with you as well, the best I can. But I will be posting them to my my blog, and I'll put the blog. They probably won't post till tomorrow, to be honest with you. But I will post them on my website at kimsbasementbunch.com. There'll be a blog post for them. And I will link the blog post in the description of my Facebook Live, okay? So you'll be able to easily access them. Also, as a reminder, all of my Facebook Lives get uploaded to YouTube, so you can also always go back on YouTube and catch the replay there. It's usually easier to find later on the replay on YouTube than it is to find on the replay on Facebook. Okay, so with that, let's get started, you guys. I am so excited to share with you what I have tonight. I went overboard, so I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm still going to try to wrap up by 8 o'clock. I usually go from 7 to 8. If I go over or you have to leave, please come back and watch the rest on replay because I have lots of cool things to share with you. All right. Yes, Courtney, I know you love those parties. Okay, so with that, I'm going to transition my camera down to my area here. And let's have some fun. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. At first, you're going to go, oh My God, what has this crazy lady done? Yes, look at all this goodness. Look at all these goodies. Can you guys see all of them? Hopefully my phone is going to cooperate with me. Okay. Just turning my stuff around so that you guys can. Are you not totally in love with all these things that you're seeing? I know, Beth, isn't it crazy? I know. All right, so we got to start by moving them all out of the way because I went a little bit crazy. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start with an easy one, okay? I know, crazy Kim, right? Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be showing you guys going through all of them together, but I wanted to kind of show you some of the things that I've created. So this first project that I'm going to share with you right here uses one of our, and I need to make my thing a little bit straighter because I don't care for it being crooked. There we go. Okay. I did have fun. A little too much. Look at this though. You guys love it. I love it. Okay. Also, I will tell you before I get started, if you are interested in putting in an online order with me, any order who puts in a minimum $30 order with me, now through Sunday night, this is the last week for this host code, you will receive 3 of these little projects in the mail. Now, it won't be my 2 bigger ones because they're way too much to do, but my little projects, I will send you 3 of them in the mail as a thank you, so that you have some Valentine love to keep or to send out as well. Okay, so I will have that there for you. All right, so this first one I'm going to share with you is making your own little box of chocolates. Now, who does not love this concept? So this, I got to take away all of my other little things that I have. Yeah, you guys, I was a little bit crazy, but that's okay. All right, let me grab it here because I have all my other things stacked up. Okay, so Stampin' Up sells these boxes. Okay, they are called the gift box. They're just a gift box, and you literally fold these up. Whoops, it folds this way because you want that on the inside. But you literally just fold these up. Okay, fold, and they already have the tabs on them, so you can simply again, I'm not going to actually take the time to put it all together, but it's a box that folds right up. Okay. Stampin' Up sells these there in the annual catalog. And then all I did was added some of my favorite paper. This is my favorite paper from our mini catalog. It is the Country Gingham 6x6 paper, and I'm using it for everything imaginable. I love it. It's just so versatile and so perfect for spring and everything. And so what I did is I wrapped Hershey Nuggets. These are just Hershey Nuggets that I wrapped 1x3. And it fits about 20 nuggets. So it's literally a good little, like your own personalized box of candy. And then what I did is I cut strips of paper, and you could actually see my ribbon covers up where the strips meet. So I did a 1-inch strip for the top and the bottom, and a 3/4 inch strip for the side. And where they met, I covered up with my ribbon. Now these will just slide off so that your person you're giving this to can get into the box. So you're not going to want to do what I did accidentally on this one, is I accidentally put a dimensional onto the glass, because you want this to be able to slide off. So you want this to kind of adhere to the ribbon itself. But it holds about 20 of those awesome little candies in there. So it's kind of a neat way of making your own little box of candy. Instead of buying them from the store, you can make your own. Here I just used a couple of our punches. I used one of the layering circles. This is one of the punches from our annual catalog. This ribbon is part of that 2-pack ribbon that comes together. It is this like a crumb cake color with the real red, and it's part of the Country Floral suite. But anyway, this is awesome. And when Natalie came down to help me get ready, because she always helps me get started usually when I'm here, now that she doesn't have classes on Thursday, she saw this and she says, oh my gosh, I want to make one of them for her boyfriend Austin for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, well, you better go to the bag and pull out, he's allergic to peanuts. So I'm like, you better go to the bag and pull out like 20 of the all milk chocolate ones. I says, and you're making it, Mom is not. And she chuckled. So anyway, but isn't that a cool idea? A cool use of those boxes. Because sometimes I think the boxes are an odd size. You're not sure what to fit in them. So I decided to make my own box of candy. Okay. And again, I'm not going to go through too much detail with this one because it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. When you wrap the Hershey Nugget, it's a 1x3 piece of paper. You use glue dots and you just wrap them around and it just decorates them up really, really nice. Okay? I love that. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yes, I know what you're saying there. Then you don't have to eat. You won't be wanting to get into it yourself. But yeah, anyway, I just thought this was really, really cute. Okay, so there's my first project that I created for you guys. Let me pull over my chair because woohoo, have we got the projects. Okay, now this project, my next one, is one that I actually did for Christmas, but I redid it for Valentine's Day here as well. And if you remember, some of you I know watch me and follow me week after week. I love you all. Thank you so very much. I did a project similar to this, and I actually just put it in a clear bag so that it would be in a good spot for packaging and when I go to sell these and stuff. So I should tell you guys, I'm going to be doing a small craft sale in conjunction with my daughter Claire's last fundraiser that we're doing for her international trip for her orchestra. And any of my things that I have left over will indeed be available for sale online. I'll be posting them again right here in my group, and they'll be sent to you guys. And then I just also PayPal invoice you for shipping. So if you need some little Valentine things, a lot of what you're seeing here are things that I will have for sale if they're left over after my event. You'll have a chance to get them as well. So if you remember, I created something similar to this, and I had oh yes, Karen, you're going to be there, so you'll be able to see all these awesome things. But I had 3 snowmen in there, and I ended up finding these Ghirardelli heart chocolates, and I thought how perfect to just kind of recreate the wheel. So what I wanted to tell you is it's okay to duplicate projects. Just make them up a little bit different, and no one's going to even know that they were something that you've done before, okay? So for this one, I got to find my notes. And like I said, I'm going to kind of go over some of the measurements, but if not, I'll be posting all of these with pictures so that you'll be able to make them. But you start with a piece of cardstock that is 5 by 4 1/4. And then on the 5-inch side, which is this bigger side, sorry, this is the 5-inch side, you score at a 1/2 inch on both sides. Yeah, this is the 5-inch side. So you score at a 1/2 inch on both sides. And then on the 4 1/2-inch side, you score at 1 1/4 and 1 3/4. So it gives you this line and this line, right? And then all you do with this little box right here is you put adhesive. I'm going to actually put a little bit of adhesive here on these tabs. Now I did, and when I made the snowman ones, I did use some liquid Tombow glue because I wanted to make sure that these things stuck really, really good. But all you're going to do is fold this up like this. Let me get this to fold up. You're going to fold this little tab up, and then you're going to fold this one. So you're going to also put a little bit of glue on this tab, not a lot though. I'm just going to put a little bit on here, and then that is going to adhere over top of that. Okay, can you see that? And then we're going to do the same on this side. We're going to adhere this one over, and then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive. Whoops, you want to make sure that that sticks though. Sorry if I'm pulling it closer to myself. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on that tab, just a little bit to kind of go right to there. You don't want to go all the way up. And then you're going to fold that one in. And then what I did before I started doing this is I just cut these at an angle. They're not going to be identical and perfect, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then you have a designer series piece of paper that I believe is like 1 by maybe 4. And I will have it all written down for you. But that designer series paper is just going to go on the front of this. And then I added a heart and a little verse that says, I love you. This is all part of the Country Floral Suite, which is again part of the Valentine's Day stuff. So this is that awesome little punch. And yes, I know right now this punch is on back order. I'm really sorry. I know a good handful of you got it already though. But if not, we do still have our double heart punches, and those are so versatile and punches that you can use for so much that you could substitute that heart for on this project as well. So you wouldn't have to have this one. You could use anything else differently as well. And then I'm just going to add my little heart, and then I have my I love you from that Country Floral stamp set. Now the stamp set is available. And I'm going to put that on with a little dimensional here as well. I'm on the edges of my dimensionals, so isn't it cute? I know, it's so, so cute. So And these are so quick and simple to make. Like they really, really are. So this one I did have it say, I love you, but you could also have it say, Happy Valentine's Day. You could have it say anything that you wanted it to say on there. And then I have my 3 little hearts, and they are going to fit in here perfectly. Now you could put glue dots behind here and glue dot them in, but this is why I like to put these inside of the clear bag or clear envelopes. These are just our clear envelopes, so there's nothing too fancy about these. And I just stick it in here like this. And then I folded this over, and voila, those aren't really going to go anywhere because it's just protected in there. So it's a great little way to package it up and give it out to whomever you're giving it to. But isn't that cute? I know, I love it. Okay, so there's one of my first little projects for you. Okay, my next project is, so you guys have seen me make these before in Christmas themed, but what about changing up your hot chocolate packets? This is that double heart punch, by the way. And why not making them into Valentine's Day themed? So this project, sorry, I had to get a drink of water, ladies. This project is probably one of the most hands down simplest projects ever. And I mean ever, okay? So for this one, you take a piece of our 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and you're going to cut it in half at 4 1/4 on the long side. Okay, so instead of cutting it the way we normally would cut it, you're cutting it the long side. You're then going to score it at 5 1/2, so it's going to fold up like a center, like you would if you were going to make a card that opened from the bottom up. And then you're going to score on one of the ends an inch and a quarter in on the end. That's going to fold over to be your flap. Okay. And then from there, you're going to cut a designer series piece of paper that is 4 by 4 that will fit on this flat part right here. So I'm just going to adhere this one down. And then you're going to cut a 1 by 4 1/4 inch piece, because this piece right here, I have it set up where you have the outer edge. But we also want to adhere this down. So this flap's going to also get adhered down. So I'm going to add quite a bit of adhesive to that because I want that to glue down and stay down. Okay. But you're also then going to cut a piece of designer series paper. Now this one I did 4 1/4, so it went all the way to the end. But this is just a scrap of a different piece of paper from that same bundle. Okay. And I'm just going to adhere that on here and put it at the top of this. And then that double heart punch that I talked about that's still available, this is the double heart punch. One of my favorites. I love it. I actually had to buy a new one because my old one, the ends, well, this one's actually probably one of the old ones. When I punched it, the ends are getting kind of worn because I've used it so much. And I'm like, I do not want to be without those punches because I use them. All right, so all you're going to do then on this one is I wrapped ribbon around this. There's no adhesive holding it together. You can see it kind of buckles a little bit here to allow the pouch to go in there. And I'm not going to actually take the time to finish this whole thing, but to know how much ribbon you're going to need, you kind of got to go across and across, and then that's where you're going to cut. And then all I'm going to do is tie this around here like this. And I like to tie it off on the side so I have room for my heart. So I'm just going to kind of hold that there, and I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And I have way too much ribbon here, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And I'm just going to tie this nice and tight. Ta-ta, ta-ta, there we go. Yep, I wasted a little bit of ribbon, but that's okay. And then you're going to add your heart on here with some dimensionals. So let me grab a couple of those here. That sheet is driving me crazy. I need a different sheet of dimensionals. Here we go. Okay, so I don't want to deal with the little ends right now. I will use them, but not right now. All right, and so the ribbon that I used on this is the black and white gingham for something a little bit different to make it pop. This is going to go on to my part down here. Now you could also add, if you wanted to, a sentiment down here, but I didn't. I chose not to, kept it really simple. These are some of the Ghirardelli hot chocolate packets that I get from Amazon. So my thing is if I'm going to be doing up a nice project, I want it to be a nice, I don't want it to just be like a little Swiss Miss pack. I want it to be a nice one. Fits in there perfectly. And voila, you have a hot chocolate, because it's still hot chocolate season, right? It's still February. And if you wanted to, for Christmas time, I sometimes put like a candy stick in there or a candy cane. But you could also add, if you wanted to, a little caramel or something like that to that. But cute and simple, easy peasy little project for you to do. Okay, that is number 3. Let's see what I have next. Okay. This next one I'm not going to show, but I'm not going to demonstrate, but I'm going to show, because I've done this so many times. For all of you that I've already seen this, but remember I did this at Christmas time with the gnomes. This is just a 7.5 by 6 piece of designer series paper. I've scored it at 2.5 on each side, and then you fold the tops down. Again, I will post the dimensions for this, but again, quick and simple. I think I had a few candy bars that I purchased that had the red on top. They're dark chocolate, and I thought how perfect to make those up as well and sell them for like $1. People love that. All right, so like I said, that one you guys have seen many times, so I'm not gonna spend too much time going into detail on that one. Okay, this next one is probably one of my favorites. Now, I know that you saw me showcase for you guys last week a little bit of the, come on, is that not adorable? I love him. It's so cute. Okay, so anyway, but I showcased this one in the gnome themed last week, and decided that, my daughter Claire gets invited. She's got a friend group, and this one girl, her name is JoJo, has parties all the time for her friends. So they did a Friendsgiving for Thanksgiving. They did a Christmas gift exchange for Christmas. They did a New Year's party once school started back up, and they're doing a party for Valentine's. And they're going to actually design their cute little Valentines, their Valentine box, and everyone's supposed to bring Valentines to give to their friends. And she is going to be making these and coloring these. So I told her I would help her design something, but she had to make them herself. So, and she actually doesn't mind. She loves coloring the gnomes and stuff. So these are those peekaboo treat boxes that Stampin' Up! Has for sale. They are on low inventory, so if there's something that you want, I would definitely encourage you to order them now. It's $6 for like 10 of these little pouches, and they just kind of separate right here. Did I bring one over? I did. Okay. Bear with me here because I have a massive mess going on. So this is, as I keep going, you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, because I have a mess of stuff. So these are the little peekaboo boxes or treat bags. Now you get these in both white and in the crumb cake. There's 10 of them. So you get 5 white, you get 5 crumb cake. But they peel apart just like a little pouch. And I will tell you that the Hershey Nuggets don't fit the best in them, but I went with it anyway when I did the Hershey Nuggets one just to show you on my Facebook Live last week. But for this one, I used the hearts. The one I'm going to be making with you all tonight, I'm just going to be using a regular Ghirardelli chocolate square. Okay, I know, isn't that cute? So what I did is I cut some designer series paper to put on the top and the bottom. And those pieces are literally, okay, here they are. Those pieces are literally 2 by 4, and it goes all the way to the end. And then I have one that is 1 by 4. Quick and simple, easy peasy. Like not much hard work to do with putting these together at all. So I've already got them all cut for Claire. All she has to do is put them together. And she's like, I'm going to have the coolest Valentines ever. I'm like, yes, you are. And so that's why we were trying to find a sentiment from the gnome stamp set that went the best. And this one I think went the best. There's no one better than you, because it's not like this friend party has both boys and girls there. And so she didn't want it to be like all mushy. And I'm like, this is perfect for her to be able to do. So I love how that designer paper just decorates this up so awesome. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to put our Ghirardelli chocolate in there. So this one I'm just doing a milk chocolate caramel, but 2 of those little Valentine hearts fit in there as well. So I'm just going to put in my Ghirardelli chocolate and push it down because you want it to peekaboo through that opening, right? That's the whole purpose of why it's called a peekaboo bag. But look how cool that fits in there. So then using the layering circle punches, we punched out a couple of coordinating sizes, one in balmy blue and another one in the sweet sorbet. And I adhered those 2 together like that. And then this is going to go on to the the little pouch, again, using some dimensionals. So quick and so simple. So I'm going to tell you, out of all my projects, if you want quick, simple Valentines, get online, use my host code, order yourself some of these peekaboo treat bags. They are on low inventory. I did check before I went live with you all. They are on low inventory, so you're going to want to get them pretty quick. But I mean, they're so cute and so quick and simple. And then in advance, on a 1-inch strip of white cardstock, I stamped There's Gnome One Better Than You, which is also from the Friendly Gnome stamp set, okay? Remember that stamp set, those dies coordinate, the dies from the Christmas stamp set coordinate with the ones from this as well. What I did is I only put a dimensional on the one end, so this is going to kind of pop up. So I just put a dimensional over there. And then we're going to color the cute little gnome. So I did stamp the gnome in advance as well, again, just to save some time. I stamped him with, he's right here. You can see my little gnome. I did stamp him with Memento black ink and cut him out with the dies. And we're just going to adhere him down here as well at a little bit of an angle after we do some coloring on him. So I used both Balmy Blue, light and dark. Oh, these are going to be perfect. These are so perfect, Peggy. You're going to, I love it. So for this little gnome, I colored the hat with my light Balmy Blue. So that's what I'm going to do here first. And you can see I didn't even color all of his beard. I left some of it just plain. So there's his cute little hat. And then I used the dark Balmy Blue to color the bottom part of his shoes down here, okay? So this is the dark Balmy Blue. Aw, Natalie just brought down one of her little hedgies. All right, and then I have, well, Natalie, you might want to wait a minute, and we can let people peek at her after I do this project. And then we have I use the light and dark petal pink, and I use the light one to color the heart. Okay. Now you could have also used ivory if I wanted to, like for his nose and his hands, but I liked to just kind of, I had both of them here at the table, so I just went with this. Hi, Philomena. Welcome, welcome. Use the dark one for his nose and his little hands. So a little bit of color, difference between the heart and his hands. And then I used light mint macron to color his. Now I'll tell you why I colored in all of these awesome little different colors. So this paper has many different colors to it. This paper has the sweet sorbet, it has balmy blue, and it has mint macron. So I wanted to incorporate all of those colors into this, so that way I could mix and match those colors up. You know what I mean? How that kind of works. His little shirt there, okay, his arm. And then I used the light smoky slate, and I just kind of outlined around a little bit. This is the light smoky slate, and outlined around some of these lines in his beard, the outer edge of his beard a little bit, just to give it a little bit of color, nothing too fancy. And then we adhered that on here with some dimensionals as well. Okay, who wants to see a little sneak peek of one of our hedgies? So I did mention on my Facebook Live last week that we did lose one of our hedgehogs. Those of you that are new watching me tonight, we are a hedgehog family. We owned 5 hedgehogs, took in 3 of them as what I call refugee taken. So many times families will get the hedgehogs and then they can't bond with them, or they're not quite what they thought they were. And so we've taken in hedgehogs, but we did have one of them pass away on us last week. But this one right here is the newest one that we got. How long ago, girls? Maybe a year. Her name is Mochi. So Claire, why don't you come in here and you can just bring her in and you can at least let people see her. You're gonna have to put her right underneath here. So here is our Mochi. Hopefully she will pop on here in a minute. Hi, girl. So this is Mochi. Hopefully you guys can see her little face okay. There she is. Look how pretty she is. So that is one that we took on. She won't sit this way forever, so we're going to let her there as long as she'll take it, but she's going to want up in a little bit because I'm talking at her. Anyway, you can take her up, Claire. So that is our little mochi that we adopted in not too long ago. So anyway, had to show you guys that since the girls brought her down. I know, aren't they adorable? Beth said, hi, Claire. All right, so anyway, back to my project. Thank you, girls. That was a nice little surprise to bring her down. So these are really quick and simple and easy to make. So, you know, you might want to, like I said, consider grabbing these bags. They're awesome. I happen to just use the crumb cake ones for tonight. I know, Courtney, they're so sweet. We love our hedgehogs. So I'll tell you the myth with hedgehogs. So, you know, all of the pictures show that hedgehogs are, you know, cute and cuddly and all of that. And they're really not at first. You have to work with your hedgehog. You have to build a relationship with your hedgehog because they're considered a prey animal. So their immediately guard is to protect themselves. And so they get huffy and puffy and all that kind of stuff. But you develop bonds with them and you bond with them by getting them out. We have little cuddle sacks that they go into that you can hang on to them. They get used to your voice. Like at first, this one would not have been that open for us. She'd have been in a little ball with her head just like covered right up and you'd hear her going like just, you know, they just make this puffy sound. But until you work with them and get them to like totally fall in love with you. So anyway, but that is one that we took on that a family got for their children and they didn't want to take the time to bond. And people know that we are a refugee hedgehog family. So anyway, did tell the girls though we're not getting any more after this. After we have the average lifespan of a hedgehog is between 5 to 7 years, and like I said, we have 2 of them close to the end of closer. 2 of them are 5 years. This little one that you just saw, she's about 2 years old, and then our Hazel is probably 3 years old. Told the girls after that we're not going to be getting any more because they're going to be leaving the house on me, and I don't want to have to take care of all those hedgehogs on my own. So anyway, but we do love them. They are part of our family and we do enjoy having them. Okay, so there it is. You guys not love that project? I think it's my favorite one. All right. So next up is one I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go through and demonstrate it completely because this is the one that I mentioned was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Yeah. But I have all of my measurements here and I will be more than happy to take a picture of this and post it on my website as well. But you guys want to see the project because it's really quite cool. It is a candy dispenser with Skittles in it. You see this? Look how cool. So there's, well, I can't do that. There's all the Skittles in there. You could fill it right up if you wanted to. A cute little box, and then you have your little candy dispenser to sit at your desk so that you could eat candy throughout the day. So I found this online. I cannot take credit for this. Her name was Susan, I forget her last name, who had made this. And she found it from somebody I think it was in Canada, Australia, I'm not sure. But I took this on and attempted to make it, and this is probably what took me the longest, but I couldn't resist not at least showing it to you to give you guys an option of making a cute little candy dispenser. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be as well. And I did have more Skittles in here, but Natalie ate a bunch of them. But basically, there's a lot of scoring. You have a base, you have a drawer, you have the lid, your designer series paper. So when you first have your one piece, that's 10.5 by 4 3/4. It looks like this, and then you got to cut things out to make it look like this. Okay, so you can see there that you cut out some of the little panels and things like that. And then you also have a piece that looks like this. So this would be your drawer, okay? And then once you cut it all apart, it looks like this. Like I said, lots to it, lots to it. And then this gets folded over to make it look like a T, and then this kind of becomes your little drawer in there, or your little thing down here. Anyway, like I said, it's a lot to it, and I wasn't going to attempt this on. I almost was like, oh gosh, do I even show you guys it? This is definitely one that if you wanted me to, I would share the video of the gal that actually made it. But I had to at least share with you guys the cute little project that you can create if you have lots of patience to make it. It's really cute, and one was enough for me. How's that? Okay. Anyway, so like I said, I will make sure that you guys, all this will be there for you guys. But if you search, if you go to just like YouTube or Pinterest or even just Google and type in candy dispenser Stampin' Up, one of them will come up. There are many videos out there that people have done creating them. But it was just a little bit 3D projects sometimes I struggle with. So it was a little bit more time consuming than I wanted it to be, but I was bound and determined to get one done. So I had to at least show you guys. Okay, how about my next adorable project? Okay, you guys, this is my favorite one, other second favorite one. Look at this cute little cup with some Skittles in it. Look at this, isn't that cute? I love this. It's like a little saucer that it's on, a little cup, and then a little handle here, and it's got some little treats in it. And then tied the bag with a little bow. I do need to find more of these bags. I think actually Kay bought these bags, and I found a couple to make up for my show for you guys tonight. I need to get a couple more. So I have the second one done up already for the one I'm going to demonstrate for you. This I am going to go through start to finish and show you how easy this is to do. And then these are just like little Ziploc baggies. And then I just put a bow around them with that red ribbon. But yes, isn't that adorable? Okay, so for the little saucer, now I could have used my like your layering circles, and you had one of them be like a scallopy for the bottom. But this is my last project that I did, and I was kind of in a hurry to get it done. So I just used what I had handy, and it was the my layering circles. So once again, I did the layering circles, 2 different sizes, and I used the designer series paper because it's what I had. So this is simple, right? These are just gonna get glued together. Now, most of you know that I made a bigger version of this with my Christmas cup. Remember the Christmas cup that I did with the hot chocolate and the candy spoon in it? So that was kind of my inspiration for making a more smaller, cuter one. And again, they're just Skittles in there, okay? So for this project, you're going to have, now let me find my sheet on this. I do have a sheet with these measurements somewhere on this pile of mess. Unless it fell. So I may not actually be able to tell you guys all of the sizes, but I can make this for you because I've done so many of them. So you start with a piece of designer series paper, a certain size, okay? I do have it. I just can't find it because like I said, I've created a complete helter-skelter mess with all of my stuff here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I found it. Okay. Woo. All right, guys. So this is 5 3/4 by 3.5. Okay, so 5 3/4 by 3.5, and you're gonna do some scoring. So on the landscape side, the big side, you're gonna score at 7/8, 1 3/4, 2 5/8, lots of scoring. And then on the portrait side, you're just gonna score at 1 and 2 1/4. Now, like I said, I will also post all of these for you guys so that you have them, okay? And then what you do is you're just gonna kind of notch these 2 little, you cut the one off, and then these 2 you notch with that miter cutting. Oh, thank you, Philomena. Totally a color that Kim would not have picked, but that's okay. On all of these, you're then gonna cut up to that first score line, okay? So you can see that I've cut up on all of those to the first score line. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna adhere this down on top of each other. So I'm going to add some adhesive here, and I'm just going to adhere this down on top, okay? And then all you do is you start to fold these in, okay? And then this last one is going to fit in, and it does. I have to fold all these, so bear with me, because you have to fold them after you glue it together. Now I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on both sides of this tab, okay? So both sides of this tab is going to get adhesive, and you'll see why here in just a minute. That is the tab that we are going to slide into this end. So I probably shouldn't have put adhesive all the way to the end of that. I forgot that little step. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit. And then this is going to get put inside this little tab. And you fold it down. And that forms your cup. You guys see that okay? All right. So then you have all of that, right, that you have extra, or it's going to go in your bottom. So what you're going to do is you're going to add adhesive on every other one of these. I do believe. It's been a while. This one I made earlier in the week. And then all you're going to do is put the one down with the adhesive and fold the other one on top. Fold the one down with adhesive. And this is just forming your little cup. Now, no one's going to see the bottom of your cup, but look at how that just kind of gives you the form that you need for the cup itself. Isn't that awesome? All right, so now we're going to add, this is going to eventually sit on that little piece right here, but we're going to add our little, I know, isn't that cute? So for the handle on the little cup, what I did for the handle, hi Pat, I cut a 3/4 inch strip of paper. I think it's 3/4 by like 2.5, and I scored it at all of the 1/4 inches. So that way this would be a nice sturdy little handle. I didn't want it, so that way if you really wanted to hang on to it by that, you kind of could, right? And I'm just going to adhere, put some adhesive on here and adhere this closed shut. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere it down. But this is a really nice, strong, sturdy handle then, okay? And all I did was, and I liked to kind of do it where the crease was, so that way it's kind of not taken up too much of the crease. But what you're going to do is you're going to put a glue dot on one of these. So let me grab my glue dots. Quick and simple little project. Okay. So I'm going to put my glue dot on the inside, and I'm going to fold this over, and you can see that I'm kind of making it look like it is a handle. So you're going to want to kind of make sure that one stays round, and then it comes down on the bottom. So I'm also going to put a glue dot on here, and you can form it after it's kind of glued down. You're welcome, Shireen. So again, I'm just going to make sure that gets folded. There we go. So I'm just going to fold this down. And this one I'm going to kind of fold in a little bit to make it kind of have a spot where it can stick there. Okay, make it kind of straight. Just play with it a little bit. And there you have your handle. Isn't that neat? All right, now we are ready to adhere this down to our, what I call our saucer. Ta-da! Push it down on there. Okay. And then you can decorate your little cup. I added a little heart to it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And you're going to have to pick which one you want as the front. Make sure I get that glued down good. So I'm going to pick this one right here as the front. So that's the front of it. And I'm going to put that down with a dimensional. Thank you, you guys. This one was so cute. This one was fun to do. And then I topped it off with one of our red rhinestones. So I'm just going to adhere that down there like that, and then bring in one of my little red rhinestones and put a red rhinestone on the heart with my nails. It's going to be interesting, but there we go. There you go. And then your little bag of candy. I may have filled this one a little too full, but your little bag of candy will fit in there. There you have it. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable, you guys? So cute. Again, I chose to use, oh, look at all the hearts. I love it. Thank you, guys. So I did choose to use the adorable little paper, the same paper. So I probably could have moved this over a little bit further, but it's okay. I did use this adorable paper that I love so much. I'm going to be sad when it's gone. It's my favorite go-to paper. But what a cute little, this one I did over full. You can see I've got a lot more Skittles in that one than I do in this one. But a cute little project for you to give. Look at you guys. I love it. I know, isn't that cute? And it's so simple. This one looks hard, but it's not. I will be for sure to post those directions for all of you. What I might do is just post them all in one document and post it on my website as a download for you guys to be able to download, and then you'll have them all on one. How does that sound? Okay, so there is that project. Then my last two for you guys tonight Wow, I made it through everything. These are tried and true, quick and simple. You guys have seen these before, but I needed to show you them again in a Valentine version. So this is just simply that paper fold that I did at Christmas time. So I'm going to show you that again in case you missed this one at all. This one is you just take a 6x6 piece of designer series paper, and so that since this is 6x6, it makes it perfect, and you just fold it in half diagonally, okay? And then you eyeball this. I eyeball it. Some people actually measure. I don't. I just eyeball this over. Look for that to be kind of a close to some symmetrical triangle on the top. And then bring this other one over to the other end and do the same thing with it. Hold it there, push it down. Okay, this is called the diaper fold. And then, now this is supposed to be set up to where you don't have to use adhesive. I like to use adhesive because I like to keep it, how you wouldn't need to use adhesive is when you fold this down, it kind of holds it in place like this. But I like to kind of have the adhesive on it just for a little bit of extra, I don't know, I like to have it be adhered down. So I like to put adhesive on it. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to bring, and again, I'm gonna do adhesive on here. You bring this top one, fold it down, and you have this adorable little paper pouch. And then your Ghirardelli chocolate will fit inside of there. And then you can decorate these up any way you would like. I went back to my little owl, colored it with my blends. I used the crumb cake, and then I used green for his eyes, and I used pumpkin pie for his feet. And you can decorate this up any way that you'd like. Thank you, Carol. I will have a project sheet pad. It's not typed yet, but I will have one done for you guys. You'll have one. It'll be on my blog, and I promise you I'll show you where it's at this time and share it with you. Okay, so anyway, that is my cute little paper fold. And you can see the different papers, how it makes them look different, right? Okay, and then these are some suckers that I bought by mistake. So the suckers that I meant to buy were the flat ones, and I got these instead. So I decided to do the exact same thing again. I made one of these little paper folds, put a hole in the bottom with one of my hole punches. This little piece of paper was left over from what I cut for those Valentines in those pouches. So on a 6x6 piece of paper, I was able to get enough products, I think for 3 of these, and then I had this little piece perfectly left over. So I added that on to my circle, this is the punch from the Country Floral. So instead of adding a Ghirardelli chocolate, I can add my cute little suckers to those. And voila, there you have it. Woo, I did it with 2 minutes to spare. All right, so I am going to be bringing all of my projects back in for you guys tonight. If any of you joined a little late, they're all out there for you guys to be able to see them. I'll have pictures of them all. Here's my cute little cup. So there's my little cup that I did. That's not gonna, I don't think, sit flat, so it's hard for me to see it, have you guys see it. And then I have my cute little owl pouch that I did. I told you guys I went overboard with you on projects tonight. We have the cute little 3 boxed hearts here. One of my favorites. Well, they're all my favorites. What am I saying? Let me put this one down. So this is the hot chocolate one. So if you need to do hot chocolate or have hot chocolate you want to do up, my own little personal box of chocolates, because why would I want to buy a box of chocolates to give to my husband when I can just make my own, right? And we sell these little gift boxes. We sell all of them. And let's see here. This is another version of the same. This is the one. Thank you, Carol. Like I said, I went a bit overboard with them all. I know. You guys have all seen me do this, but I also have that here. And then the one that I didn't really kind of go into detail with, but I'll provide my measurements, is this cute little candy dispenser as well, with the little Skittles inside of it, which is really, really cute. Okay. So again, anybody who wants to put in a $30 order, you will receive 3 of these projects in the mail to you. You won't receive this great big one, and you won't receive the candy dispenser. But if there's any other ones that you really liked, if you wanted to receive one of these, it would come. It would come scored and cut, but I probably wouldn't assemble it because I'm afraid it would get smushed in the mail. But you'd get all the supplies to be able to just assemble it together yourself. Again, anybody who puts in a minimum $30 order with me now through Sunday night, you'll receive, instead of the 3 cards, you'll receive 3 projects with the candy in them. Yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you take some time to create some I like to call them much needed little love projects that you can just hand out to even your neighbors, your postman, people at the bank. I mean, these right here I think would be my go-to one because they're so quick and simple. And I love the saying on that because it doesn't sound too mushy, that you can give it to a boy or a girl or whatever for Valentine's Day. So thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. And I had a blast creating these projects for you, even though I'm not a huge 3D project person. It was a lot of fun creating them all for you. And I want to thank you all so very much for following along and joining with me tonight. A $30 order, Beth, 30. Yep, it's just a $30 order. You get 3 projects, and then you'd have your samples and all that good stuff to kind of work with. So, all right, thank you all again so very much for bearing with me as I went through all of these awesome projects. It was fun, and I didn't fluff up too much. I was really worried about that. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you back here next week. I think I'm going to be showcasing the Dainty Delight bundle with you next week. I've got a couple cute 3D projects already in mind for that, and I'm very, very excited. Again, if you're looking at putting in an order, you just go to kimsbasementbunch.com. There's a host code right on my page, but I have it here as well. But if you just use the one on my page, it's the same as this one. Yeah, thank you all so very much. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here next week. All right. Bye, everyone.